the photographer and storm chaser for this drone video that you're seeing on your screen of Buchanan County. That flooding was taken by storm chaser with LSC, Billy Bowling, who is with us on the phone right now. And Billy, do we have you?
You do.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox Weather. Tell us how things are there. Tell us what you're seeing there as well, and where you were when you were capturing this video.
So I'm actually safely out of the community now. I woke up this morning to some alerts. I only live about 20 miles from the community, and saw some alerts that there was flooding going on. What we thought was just going to be a normal thing actually ended up looking worse from what I was seeing on social media than like flooding we had this time last year in Hurley. When I got over there, the road was actually blocked by the police, probably 8 miles from where the flooding had occurred. And once I had got down into I could kind of see the gravity of the whole situation. There's at least from where I parked at, 4 homes completely swept off of their foundations. And even though they are like double-wide homes, they were on solid brick foundations. They were anchored into a concrete foundation. So the power of water was definitely enough to move them, some in which were like 300 yards from their foundation. So it was quite devastating to walk around. And in the last hour or so since I've gotten back home, I learned that there's actually 40 people unaccounted for. So that's kind of a shocking figure, knowing that I didn't know that while I was there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're shocked by that too, and certainly sending our thoughts to officials there. Can you tell us a little bit about Dismal Creek? Did this impact that, or do you think a lot of this flooding was caused by that?
Well, just judging by how I came in there, the topography of this area, everything is very tall mountains, and they drop sharply into little valleys and hollows. And these communities that kind of live at the bottom of those hollows are, they basically become a lake waiting to happen when we have big instances like this. I think the best estimate that I saw from National Weather Service was that there was 6 to 8 inches of rain that fell there last night in like a 2-hour period. And just in the small area, I mean, it's like 8 miles total. You've got so many hollows. You've got streams that flow into there. You have very steep roads that flow. I spoke to people there who couldn't get out of their houses, who were up on the mountain because the mudslides had taken out their driveway, and there was a good 20-foot gap, and they couldn't leave. So all of that just kind of flooded into the bottom. The highest I could measure a watermark on any home there was 11 feet 6 inches. And normally that creek that runs through there is about 4.5 to 5 feet below even the lowest lying house.
Wow. And speaking of that, we understand that the remnants of Ida moved through this exact same county just about a year ago, back in August of 2021. Has the county and the community recovered from that? I mean, I know we had some significant flooding with that as well.
Yeah, I was actually there. That was down in Hurley, which was on the further adjacent end of the county in Buchanan. That was a really devastating flood. But I've talked to a few people today that really only affected kind of the Gestes Fork area of that community. But the damage that it did there, I mean, you lost a few homes and you did have 1 confirmed fatality. The damage that it really did there was with infrastructure. I know they were almost without water for 4 months.
Yeah.
And I've driven through there recently, and there's been like cleanup as to be expected, but it's still, you can tell it's very, you can tell what happened there. This, I don't know that it will bounce back any quicker. Just a few things that I have photos of from today that I've posted out as well. Like there's scabbing from the asphalt on the main roads. There's just sections of asphalt that are ripped off of, where it had been. Some asphalt remains. The rest is right back down to that tar level.
Yeah, so we're seeing that in this video. Well, Billy, we want to thank you so much for sharing your video with us and joining us here on Fox Weather. We're certainly sending our thoughts with you as well as Buchanan County. And thank you so much once again, Billy Bowling, storm chasing with LSC.
All right, thank you guys for having me.